يا أيها النبي اتق الله ولا تطع الكافرين المنافقين إن الله كان عليما حكيما. Alhamdulillah, all praise be to our Lord. We're here today on this bright, beautiful day outside to experience the illumination, the brightness, and the beauty, the shining beauty of Allah's book, the Holy Quran. It's always bright and beautiful, shining, illuminated, even when it's dark outside and cloudy. When it's dark in our personal life and cloudy in our personal life, Allah's book is always bright and beautiful, shining. It's like the day outside, mashallah. So we're here to experience that bright, shining, illuminating book of Allah. Allah tells us in His book, the Quran. This is directed to Prophet Muhammad, but it is also directed to us because we are followers of the Prophet Muhammad. He says to him, he says, O Prophet, be conscious of Allah. Be dutiful to God, to Allah. You cannot be conscious. You cannot be dutiful unless you love Allah. Because the one you love is the one that you're dutiful to. You're dutiful on a voluntary basis, willingly to the one you love. If you love a person, you're dutiful to the person. If you don't love a person, someone you don't love, you're not going to be dutiful to the person that you don't love. Allah, so He says, be dutiful. Taqwa has to do with being dutiful. And love, they're tied together. Not necessarily fear, but love. So you can't be dutiful unless you love. You love someone, you're dutiful to the person. And likewise, it says, be conscious of Allah. You're conscious of the one you love. You love your money, you always be conscious. You don't know, you're conscious of it. You're conscious of what you love. And guess what? Whatever. You talk about that what you love. You talk about it, you're so conscious of that what you love, you talk about that what you love all the time. If you love someone, you always talk about it. So Allah is saying, be conscious of, tell the Prophet, so be conscious of Allah. That's for us too. We cannot accomplish that unless we love. Love. This is about, I've said it before, this is about loving Allah more than anything else, more than anybody else. Love Allah. Everything is an act of love. The love of love. Okay? Then you're dutiful, then you're conscious, then you're talking. Okay? But you always talk about somebody else all the time. You talk about Allah seldom, you talk about somebody else or something else all the time. That's what you love. And Allah has promised this. If there's somebody else that you have given love to, you love them the way you should love Allah, and you turn away from this deen, Allah will replace you. That's in Quran, Surah Muhammad 47. He said you would definitely, you can't do anything else to stop, you would definitely be replaced if you love something else or someone else more than you love Allah. He will replace you with someone else. We be in the darkness, constant, whatever here in America, but the light is not being challenged at work. And the Chinese had to bring us into us. They replaced us in terms of being Muslim, our children, our grandchildren. We shipped our love to someone else. And they replace you then. He will replace you then. You can't go no strategy to save that, to stop that being replaced if you love something else or someone else more than you love Allah. But He has to be beautiful, love Allah. And then He goes on that particular covering of Master King. And He said, do not follow those who practice forms of hypocrisy. forms of hypocrisy, nor should you follow those who practice forms of denial. They're denying the truth. And that's the key to those who are deniers of the truth of the book of Revelation. And that's what yesterday followed Revelation. You believe that, that's, we believe in science. Science can say, man, we can navigate our own way in this world. That's what people thousands of years ago. If you don't follow those who deny the truth, and don't follow those who practice forms of hypocrisy, that's not just then in the day of Prophet Muhammad, that's now too. Because then in the day of Prophet Muhammad, those people who were hypocrites, practice forms of hypocrisy, and those who deny the truth, they were in the status quo. They were the privileged in society. And the opposition to Islam, the opposition to Prophet Muhammad had a lot to do with the fact that they want to protect the privileges they had, in society, and the status they had in society. So they were opposed to Prophet Muhammad. So Allah said, don't follow the status quo. It's easy to get into, especially little people, regular people, average people, to get into those who have the privileges, who maintain the status quo, who are at the top of the society. It's easy to want the privileges they have, so you want to become just like them. You give in to them because you adore their status they have. You adore what they have. You adore the things they do. You adore their virtual world they live in. You want to live in their virtual world too. You want to have the same thing. You want to have the privilege they have. So it's easy to give into the privilege they have. It's easy to give into their way of life. Because you think if you give into their way of life, you become like them. So that's easy. So Allah is warning us, do not give in. Do not follow the way of the status quo. Their concern is only protect their privileges. When we come over here, one of these like the status quo in America. So he's saying, don't follow the status quo. Not just here, my brother. It's now too. Now too. The hypocrisy of the status quo. The status quo today is like hypocrisy too. Isn't there hypocrisy in the status quo today? Yeah. So it's not just then. He's talking about now too. Full of hypocrisy. So don't slide into it. It's easy to slip into it. It's easy to slip into it because it's like that, it's gradual. The hypocrisy is gradual. Before we go, we into it, because it comes up beneath the radar. We don't even detect it. We didn't know what's going on. It comes in the darkness of the night through our ignorance. We don't know the slide in hypocrisy. But before we know we're in hypocrisy, how did we get here? We're going to hypocrite and there is slide, sneaky way. So we talk about the slide, sneaky. And then we full of hypocrisy. Give you a few hints to let us know that we are headed in the wrong direction. You got to have this signpost. There's signs to let us know whether you slide in hypocrisy. They're one of the signs. And we may be sliding in hypocrisy. If you pray one way in the public, pray differently at home. Meaning this, you have elaborate prayers in the public, in your public space. But at home, in privacy, you don't have elaborate prayer. If you do dhikr in public, you do dhikr in public after prayer. You don't do dhikr at home. If you do sunnah prayers in public. But at home, you do quick prayers. You don't do no sunnah prayers. That's a sign right there. And imagine you do all these sunnah prayers, blah, blah, blah. You go home, you pick up sunnah, you just get it done, get it over with. That's that we may slide it on the rest. If you do like that in public, if you pray one way in public, make a long prayer, do a short prayer, who are those prayers for? They can't be for one. You do like that in public, they're for the public. Your prayers are not for Allah, then your prayers are for the public. وَيْلٌ لِلْمُرْسَلِينَ الَّذِينَ هُمْ عَنْ صَلَاتِهِمْ سَاهُونَ. Woe to the worshippers who worship and pray to be seen of men. They do listen to prayers here and get home and do listen to prayer. They do zikr here and get home and do anything. وَيْلٌ لِلْمُرْسَلِينَ الَّذِينَ هُمْ سَاهُونَ. That's a sign of hypocrisy. Another sign of hypocrisy. When you attribute things to others that you should attribute to Allah. I said 1,000 times, everything comes from Allah. There's something that comes through people. Babies come from Allah, come through people. Wealth comes from Allah, come through people. We don't attribute anything to anybody except Allah. We tie our camera. Our camera, we tie our camera. Because it's been responsible. Protection comes from Allah. Tie your camera, protection. You can tie your camera, you tie the camera, you get loose. Protection comes from Allah. You don't attribute anything else, anybody else. It don't come from Allah. Let me ask you a question. How many people in here have a rabbit's foot in the pocket? Don't raise your hand. Don't raise your hand. Don't raise your hand on your first. A rabbit's foot. You know that you want a rabbit's foot on the keychain. So they say it protects him. Really? Well, why did it protect the rabbit? He lost his foot. You know, I mean, really, people walk around with a rabbit's foot. That's protection. I've been in hotels, and hotels they go 27 floors, you get to floor to 12, you just get from 12 to 14. Really? There's no 13th floor. You ask about that, they say, oh, that's for security reasons. There's no 13th floor. Really? It actually be protection security to something other than God Almighty. You see, this is where I'm good. Allahu waliyuladina amanu. Believers know that protection comes from Allah. Allah is protecting those in the faith. We know that. Now let's bring it back home right here on this block. We used to have our premises here. The perimeter of our premises here, we used to keep it fenced up with police. Gate, 2 gates up front, padlocks, with padlock, the gate up front, gate back. And he ended up past here day or night, and the gate was open. I didn't get a phone call. Man, the gate is open. Who left the gate open at night? Because trespassers, we think trespassers, they have trespassers come in and do mischievous things. Trespassers. So we think that we're to protect, that we had to have the gates locked and perimeter and closed and stuff like that. Because we thought that all protection. Now everything's wide open out there. Who's protecting that? Everything is wide open out there. Don't tell me it's the people in this area because they know we help them so they protect them. No. That's attributing something to them that should go to law. Their protection goes to law, not to the people. Allah is protecting us. Allah waliyuladina amanu. Allah is a protector of those who are faith. So alhamdulillah, so the passage goes on. So I imagine how it link up with a lot of people. Follow revelation, the wahi, the revelation that Allah has sent. Don't follow the status quo. Follow the revelation Allah has sent. Not the status quo. Don't follow that. Why would we follow the revelation God has sent? What's the difference? عمل صالحا ذكره وأنثى وهو مؤمن. Allah tells us, whoever does good deeds, man or woman, I like that. ذكره وأنثى, man or woman. No other revelation has spelled it out like that. Gender equality, man or woman, وهو مؤمن, and they'll believe. Allah will give them hayatun tayyibah. He will give them a good life, a new life in this world. But follow revelation. This world. Another ayah. وَاللَّهُ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا مِنْكُمْ. Allah promises those who have faith. It's a promise from Allah. He promises those who have faith, and those who do good, that he will cause them to exceed. He will cause them to inherit, to exceed and inherit wealth, and strength, and status, and power through over on the earth. Like he did those before them. I think that is so wonderful. He will cause them to exceed in power and wealth and strength. Not in the Jannah, but in this life. Religion gets a bad rap all the time. That it just takes you away from this world, mundane world, and transports you to something in the future that has nothing to do with this world. Not true, Ms. D. Allah, he will cause you to inherit wealth and power and strength to exceed in those categories here and now on earth. The way he did those before you. The way he did with Prophet Muhammad, when there was a small group in Mecca suffering from all kinds of inequalities. The status quo, the cavalry, Munafiqeen, and the cavalry, they had all the power. They were the status quo. And they had the Prophet and the believers were a small, insecure group in Mecca. They had nothing. Most of the people came at the very beginning that accepted the revelation were very poor people. They didn't have inequalities. They got beat, they got whooped, they got eventually chased out of Mecca. They got killed. They suffered from profiling. Social profiling going on there like this now. People get profiled. People get profiled in this society, get shot in society because they profile people, because there's certain type of people like that born in Box Springs. The head is blown off. Police with a rifle. There's social profiling. Like the man running in North Carolina when the police shot him down 5 times in the back. Why? Because of profiling. Have you been stopped? I've been stopped. I've never been in trouble with law. Ask me how many times I've been stopped. How many times they pulled a gun on me? I've never done anything wrong. Never did anything. It's profile. So I said profile, and I knew there was profile then too, because of inequality, social inequality causes profile, because of social and economic and political inequality that they suffered under Prophet Muhammad. In Mecca, they suffered those inequalities as well, just like today. So Allah is saying, this is the beauty. He's saying that he will cause believers to exceed, to inherit wealth, so they won't have the suffering of the inequality. And did he do it with Prophet Muhammad? Yes, he did. Did he do it then? Did he take them from a low, weak position, cause them to raise up? They were given strength. They exceeded in strength and power and wealth. He raised them up in strength and power. Yeah. And when this revelation came down, it was the battle of the ditch. And they were surrounded by 10 times their numbers. There was unequal material and economic. It caused them to inherit wealth, exceed wealth. So that's a message of life. But at the beginning of the passage, Allah says, do not follow those practice forms of hypocrisy or those who are denied. Don't follow the status quo. Like I said, a lot of hypocrisy today. Don't follow that. The status quo is full of it. But follow, follow the revelation of why he intended you. Allah's revelation, God's revelation, has never, ever come to glorify the status quo. It has always come, even now in America, it has always come to challenge the status quo. We're here to challenge the status quo. The mosque is here in Dallas, downtown Dallas, to challenge the status quo. The beacon of light is over there to challenge the status quo, not to glorify it. No longer, don't follow the status quo. Look, the Monarchic king and the Catherine, they had all the power. Economic, social, you name it. Power protects power. Let me say it again. Even now in this society, power protects power. Being to power protect. They want to protect their privileges. They were opposed to Prophet Muhammad because he was egalitarianism. They want to protect the privileges that they had, the social, political, economic privileges they had. Power protects power for the sake of control and status. A glimpse of power. Just a glimpse. You heard the 1%. 1% is a very tiny number compared to 99%. Very tiny, small number. 99 is overwhelming. 1% is just very small, fraction. Forget about the 1%. Divide that 1% up 10 times. You got slithers there. Take one of those tenths. 1/10 of 1% of the wealthy in America controls 25% of all wealth in America. You know what 1/10 of 1% in numbers? It's just 30-some thousand. You can even get that in a football stadium, a high school football stadium. Control 25% of wealth. Not just income and wealth are different. It's wealth in America. Let's come a little further. Of that, those wealthy people, take 400 of them, the top 400 of them. You get 400 in this room, the sister's area, and the back area all together. We get 400 in this building. 400 of them, just 400, control squeeze their brothers. than $2,400. Now listen to this. 400, just 400 of the wealth. 400 control equal or more wealth than 50% of all people in the United States. 400 people. Listen, let's go further. You take 3 of the wealthiest people in America. They have a greater income than 350,000 ordinary citizens in America. 3. These are 3. Thus, this thing came to challenge the status quo. We here to challenge the status quo. 3, just 3. More wealth than 350,000. You see why they have an advantage in the political sense? They run the political action committees, the PAC, they write the $1 million checks, $100,000 checks to our this and that. You see why we're so disenfranchised? Money talks in America. Money talks to the politicians in America. That's a basic fact. So Allah tells revelation is coming, not to protect power. No. That's the status quo. Revelation has come to disseminate power, to give power to the believers, to anyone who believes and have faith. And there are Christians and Jews who believe too. So they come to disseminate power, to cause them to exceed in power, inherit power and wealth and status for the good of the whole society, to create the best possibilities in this life and in the afterlife, the next life. This is quite different from the status quo. Quite different. So we get challenged with the status quo. We should be sick and tired of seeing inner cities torn apart, or seeing men and women, families torn apart, men and women torn apart, people murdered, and so forth, all the inequalities out there. We're sick and tired. So we have to follow Allah's book and we're to love Allah. The passage start out directed to Prophet Muhammad. Don't forget that. But it's to us as well. Yeah, you have the youth, get that. Old prophet, we follow the prophet. Be dutiful to your Lord. Be conscious of your Lord. Don't follow the status quo. Hypocrisy. And then you want to deny it. You cannot be dutiful to Allah unless you love God. Be dutiful to the one you love. You love your money, you're dutiful to your money. You love your business, you're dutiful to your business. Allah is the one we should love the most. And you're conscious of the one we love. Consciousness, love, taqwa all tied together. You're conscious of the one you love. Talk about the one you love all the time. And as I repeated before, Allah warns us. If you love others, it's in Surah 247. It's a warning. If you love others the way you should love Allah, you turn away from this demon, faith. Allah will replace you. I don't care what you do, He will replace you if you love something else other than Allah and turn away from this demon. Thinking that we're faith because of our historical development, because of the differences or our historical development in America. Allah doesn't play favoritism. That's childish stuff. He will call you to exceed in power and wealth and merit. Not on no ethnic malarkey. Challenge. He doesn't play favoritism. He'll call you to exceed in the hair, wealth, and America because you're standing up for truth and you believe in God. He wants to establish that so it can spread. But if you turn away from God, if you love others, you talk about the one you love. That's what you talk about the most. If you love others more than Allah, you will be replaced. When the Chinese have this long. Maybe 2 years ago by way of Chinese or somewhere else. Our children will be lost in wilderness in darkness. It's clear. And no lie, you come over here falling and searching after status quo. That's what we're here to challenge it. Don't come here to run after status quo. You're here to challenge it. Allah will give us strength in here. There's hope for us in the inner cities. In the inner cities, we have poverty. We're trying to develop and deal and so forth, but we have poverty. Allah has promised us that He would cause us to have strength and wealth and power. That's a promise. Every inner city walls, there's poverty. I was talking to the beginner students at the beginner school, and they asked me about that. He said, well, what happened to, this master, so-and-so used to do these things, and now they don't do anything years ago. I told them all the circumstances. Most things poverty. 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 There's great hope. We stay on this path. Allah calls us to exceed power. We develop this whole area. We stay active, stay engaged, and don't give up. Stay active and engaged and believe in Allah and love Allah. Everything we do is an expression of love for God. That keeps us focused. ربنا لك تعبنا لنا كثيرا ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن